Standard cost means whatever the standard price into standard quantity, correct? Actual cost, it would be actual quantity into actual price. Then it go price variance and uses variance. Price variance, difference between price.
Yes, ma'am.
So in price variance, when we are checking difference the price, on what thing we pay the price? How we pay the price?
Quantity basis.
So what quantity?
Actual quantity here.
Okay, so price variance, what price difference and actual quantity.
Okay.
Understood? In price variance, price difference, that I always tell you, okay, price difference between the price and what you need to multiply, because we pay price on actual quantity. So we are multiplying with the actual quantity. It means difference between price, standard price minus actual price into actual quantity.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't think so. You need to memorize it, correct? You will remember, Siddhi.
Yes, ma'am. I'll remember.
Now uses with variance, or we say also quantity variance, correct? So difference between quantity, standard quantity minus actual quantity. Here, the quantity variance, who is responsible? Which department?
Production department.
Production department. So do you think production department will happy with the price changes? They won't be happy with the price changes, because in uses variance we take the standard quantity difference. So why we are paying the production department? Because they have used more quantity or less quantity. That's why this variance is coming it up, correct?
Yes.
So that's why they won't be happy if we take actual price, because if actual price is high, that is not their fault. So what we take here is standard price.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we are going to discuss mainly the uses variance. It is divided into two category, the mix variance and yield variance. So now we are going to discuss mix and yield variance. Okay, have you remember, means we don't need to write it. So in this price variance, who is responsible?
Purchase
Purchase
manager.
department, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now in uses, what price we take? Is standard price. So you need to remember standard price here we take. Uses or quantity variance. Now material mix variance and material yield variance. Okay, so in case of material mix variance, see name is coming, mix variance and yield variance. It, you can think, changes in quantity. See, both is part of the quantity only, it means uses only. So both relevant with the quantity part, but in different manner. Okay, so how we take it up? Same thing I have summarized here. Okay, what we have discussed: material cost variance, so price variance related purchase department, production department, quantity variance, correct? After that, so few assumption we will take, and then material uses variance is material mix variance, material yield variance. Okay, so before going that, we'll do a quick question, so where you need to calculate all these two. So can you calculate the, if the question is standard information is given like raw material to raw material X and Y, we are using which quantity? 80-70, price 10-12, and actual quantity 90-75, price variance 11 and 10. For this, calculate price variance and uses variance. Then standard cost variance and actual cost also you can calculate it. Could you quickly do it? See, I know we have not done two material. So you calculate the one material and then second material, we just add it up, nothing else. sorry.
Ma'am, the price variance for X is 90 and for Y it's 150.
The total?
Actually, it's minus 90. So minus 90 plus 60. 60 favorable.
60 favorable. It could be, I think so. I have not calculated it. So price variance 10, 11, 1.
1 into 90, 90.
Correct. And then here to 2 into, yeah, that would be correct. Uses variance, quantity variance.
Okay. For X it is 100 and for Y it is 60. So if we add both, then it would be 160.
160 favorable, correct. So uses variance total, it is coming 160 favorable. Now what we have discussed the mix variance and the yield variance is a part of the uses variance. So as we know, the cost variance, price variance plus uses variance comes. Similarly, mix plus yield, it will give you uses variance. Okay. So what happened here, the quantity, if you see, okay, so few assumption we take. Okay, what assumption we take? Wrong uses of quantity, raw material, that is material yield variance. Okay, it means the company if using quantity differently. Okay, wrong uses of quantity means instead of 10 they are using 12.
Okay, yes, sir.
So that is material yield variance. Okay, material yield variance. Now assumption is no wrong ratio. Okay, what is wrong ratio? We will discuss. So if you see here, X and Y, how much the company use the standard X is 80.
Yes,
correct, and standard Y is 70. If you do the total, it would be 150. Correct. And if you do the total of these, it will come 165 actual. So ratio in standard 80 is to 150. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So that we say ratio. Okay, so ratio variance we say mix variance, means if due to wrong ratio input, that is material mix variance.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So here if you see, no assumption, no wrong ratio. In case of yield variance, we are assuming we have not used wrong ratio. Very important. Okay.
Yes.
And in case of mix variance, we are assuming no wrong uses. No wrong uses means no wrong yield variance, you can think. Okay. So if we need to calculate here mix variance, okay, in case of mix variance, firstly we will do the mix variance. So what is their mix variance? Change in ratio, correct? Change in ratio, that's why you are getting difference material. So if ratio is changing, what would be your, according to actual quantity, what would be the ratio? Suppose you are going, you are spending 165. Okay, it's fine, you are spending 165, but you should use the same ratio at least, correct?
Okay. Yes,
So
ma'am.
80/70 ratio you should use, 80/150, like, okay. So we need to calculate what happened if we use the total actual quantity 165, what should be according to standard quantity ratio, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do we calculate 165 total into 80?
Divide by 50.
No, divide by 150. Yeah, 150 if you told me. So that is 88. Correct? It will come if you calculate it up. Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now same we need to do total 165 times 70 divide by 152. If we do, you will get 77. So due to this, now we can calculate the mix variance. So mix variance difference into ratio difference, correct? Ratio different. So what is happening if you will use the correct ratio? What should be? So for x, you are using actually you are doing 90, but it should be 88, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You are using 90, which is
That
excess, and it should be 88.
unfavorable.
So,
Yes.
and we multiply here with, we don't forget, in uses variance, what we use is standard price.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, that's why we are multiplying with standard price. Okay, standard price is 10 and 12. So both the place we will use standard price. We don't forget our basic. Okay, so 88 minus 90 multiply with 10, 20 adverse, 77 minus 75, 24 favorable. If we include both, it will come 4 favorable.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So it is what? Ratio difference, material mix variance. Now, what is material invariance? So what assumption we are taking? We are taking, okay, no wrong ratio you have taken in that case. What is due to uses variance? Okay. So
Yes.
here, see, we are using the 165 raw material. That is not going to change, correct? In that case, with difference between standard quantity minus 88.
Okay.
Why 88? Because we are assuming no uh, no wrong ratio. That's why 88.
Ma'am, I didn't get the point.
So yield variance, what assumption we take? You have not taken wrong ratio.
Okay.
You have not taken wrong ratio. That's why here we are using 88. The logic you are understanding why we are using the 88 into the standard ratio. What in yield variance, what variance we are calculating? Uses difference, in which the ratio was correct. No wrong ratio means ratio was correct. If ratio would be correct, what would be the amount? 88,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? So 88 here also, what we will multiply with standard price,
Okay.
and difference between 80 standard quantity minus actual quantity which we have calculated in standard ratio form. Okay.
Okay. So in mixed variance, it is actual quantity, and in
Yeah.
yield variance, it's standard quantity. That's the difference.
Yeah, but you need to remember the actual quantity and the ratio form should be correct.
Yes.
The ratio is important here. What standard you are taking? 88. in the which you have converted into the ratio.
Yeah, so it should be adjusted.
Yeah, it should be adjusted. Okay, so 80 and 84 adverse, if you do total, it will come 164 adverse. If we do total, it will come 160 adverse. That is nothing else. The uses variance, you got the same.
Yes, got it.
Okay, is it clear, Siddhi? How we calculate? So you need to remember the same thing. It's coming one by one. Material cost difference related to the price variance and the uses variance. Price variance, who is responsible? Purchase department. Where difference, price variance means difference between price multiply with
Actual
what?
quantity.
Actual quantity, because the price you pay on actual quantity basis. Production department related with quantity difference, because they are using high or low quantity of the material. So difference between the quantity or uses variance multiply with
Standard price.
standard price, because they don't want to change the price, because they are bearing only for the quantity difference. Okay, and the uses variance divided into two category: mix and yield. So mix variance is related to ratio.
Okay.
Ratio. Okay, so what you do? Okay, they are happy with whatever the amount you are using, but they want even the same material you use, but you should use same mix, correct? Same ratio. So that's why what you do, actual quantity converted into a standard quantity ratio. That's why we convert into ratio form, and then you check what is actual and what is according to actual quantity standard ratio,
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
and multiply with standard price always, because it is related with uses variance. And the material mix variance, sorry, yield variance, what we do? So material yield variance, what assumption we are taking? There is no wrong ratio we are taking. So same ratio, then difference between actual standard quantity. Here we are not changing the standard quantity in the form of actual. Okay, and both if we add, it will come the uses variance. Clear, Siddhi?
Yes,